Hello again, everybody. It is Tech Talk Tuesday. Mr. Savage in the studio. It is August 6th, 20 grind teen. Should I do grind teen or maybe fine teen? Because we all like a fine teen, right? Does everybody like a fine teen? I was thinking about, like, instead of 2019, we'll start doing, like, a new one, like, it's 20 fine teen. Because we all like a fine. Okay, that's very perverted. So, again, Mr. Savage here, and I have, again, Justin, the co-host, and I have my brother, David, also known as Misfit.
Yeah.
So as he talks into a fucking cup, of course. And so we got a lot of different questions here. So, Jay, why don't you go ahead and get us started? What do we got? What's our topics today?
All right, Mike. This first topic's for you, man. You went to Del Mar College, community college in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Obviously.
Can you let our people know, our viewers, that how did this place better you?
How did it better me? Yeah. Yeah.
Drugs. Lots and lots of drugs. I'm kidding. I don't know.
There was a lot of that from some people. And yeah, I also got a comment that I'm like smoking my vape and that thing is noisy, so I'm gonna try to like turn around and hit this thing, and you'll know because I cough. And I'm sorry for the fans from the computers and that hum in the background. They are as freaking quiet as they're gonna get. But yes, back to Del Mar. Yeah, when I first started Del Mar, obviously I went through a lot of my core curriculum. I did all that bullshit. And when I finally got into my IT tech class...
Sorry. I'm getting old.
Okay.
Somebody dropped a water bottle.
Oh, God.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's why there's a fart candle in here.
Okay, new rule. Vacate all farts before recording.
Oh, that came out of nowhere.
Or at least find a pillow to sit on. No, but no joke though. Like when I got to Del Mar, my first professor, Professor Harris, was probably one of the coolest professors I ever had. And when I mean cool, I mean I really didn't learn that much about IT shit because you could get this motherfucker off topic so damn quick. It was not even funny. Like he's teaching us about Linux and Unix interfaces and all this crap, and we're doing a lot of coding, and then all of a sudden he goes off about a fucking hunting trip he did for the rest of the class. And I think like the next class he did the same kind of thing, more Linux and Unix and hot coding, and we're using code blocks and writing freaking Python scripts for gaming and shit.
And then out of nowhere, he's like, yeah, check out the Zelka shot.
No, then he was like, so yeah, I built a gyrocopter, and apparently this motherfucker built his own like gyrocopter, not helicopter, like a gyrocopter. Built this gyrocopter, and he's like, you can fly him with just a driver's license. You don't need a pilot's license for him. Yeah, they just run on regular gasoline. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. I was like, wait. Put my hand up. I was like, I got a question, Professor Harris. Oh yeah, go ahead. Have you ever like gone hunting from the gyrocopter? Well, actually, yes, I thought about it. And he went on for...
Oh, so he's one of those professors that, like, once you get him off topic and you just keep at, he'll just ramble on and on and on. And next
throw
thing you
it
know,
at him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, bam, he's like off topic.
Oh, I've had a supervisor like that before. He would be there, be like, oh, we need to go through, fill out the JSA and everything. We'd ask him about something random, like, oh, how long you work for this company? The next thing you know, it's lunchtime. Because he keeps just rambling on and on and on.
I think that's the best part.
Yeah.
When you get people like that, you can just get off topic. You're still learning shit, obviously. It may not be the topic you set out to achieve, like going to college, but you're at least learning other tidbits. Like, dude, I can build a gyrocopter, and I don't need no motherfucking license for it, except for a driver's license. So,
yeah, so it was sort of like your way of like getting a break for a minute. It's like, let me get a break real quick, talk about something else, and process this.
But then he caught the fuck onto what I was doing. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, that's what you screwed yourself.
well, you like hunting, right, Professor Harris? Well, yeah. You got a big gun, right? Well, I have a 7mm, yeah. I was like, have you ever gone hunting from the gyrocopter? Well, I have thought about it. And it was like an hour and a half later, and this and that, and he got so damn deep into this. And I went, wait a minute. I know what you were doing. I was like, well, class is over, so it's already done. Bye.
Later.
Yeah, great professor. This guy was... He's a phenomenal dude. He's got 3 master's degrees, one in computer science, one in networking technology, one I don't even fucking know about. His grad project, when he finished college, was he built a satellite with NASA off his own specification and design, launched the motherfucker. But because he was such a smart ass motherfucker, NASA's like, oh, this thing's ready to go. Yeah, it's all checked out. And this thing, the dude put in his like own programming into it, like his own little program of software in it. So this bitch can still like access this satellite whenever he wants because he wrote some of the programming. So yeah, he's got his own flying server to store his MP3s and porn.
Hey.
And nobody's gonna touch him because they're in space.
Galactic porn, awesome.
I'm streaming this live right now from space. Congrats.
Yeah. Oh, there was one story you told me about him that was pretty freaking funny. It was some kid actually hacked into the class.
Okay, yeah, I will tell this one real quick.
I'm sorry, I'm still lost on the whole satellite porn thing. Star whores, that's what we're gonna call it.
Star whores?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he probably refers to him as. That's probably one of his star whores in general, is that satellite. But yeah, I'll talk about that one, the hacking and what he did and how he handled that very professionally and in a funny manner. And I'm gonna go straight to the next topics we got because we have a limited time and there's 3 of us now. So yes, there was a day when we were trying to do our coding. We were actually doing real classwork, no bullshit, and our computers started to do like an automatic shutdown. Like a little window would pop up and say system shutting down, and it was like 10 seconds. And we were freaking the fuck out. And he's like, oh my god. He's like, everybody quit. Try to save your shit so you don't lose it. If you do lose it and you can't do this in time, I'm going to count it as you did it anyway. Because somebody's fucking with our shit. So somebody was obviously fucking with our shit, and it kept happening and happening. So he was trying to teach us a quick command line to interrupt it and stop it. Not all of us were fast enough, and it just kept happening and happening, and the time frame got shorter. It got down to like 3 seconds. And he was like, okay, that's it. He finally got pissed off, and this big old like 6'8" motherfucker, just huge as shit, whipped out his phone, logged into something, did something, and it happened again. And he was like, guys, just let it go. I'll be right back. And he disappeared for like 10 minutes, and then came back with a big smile on his face, big old goofy smile. He was like, guys, just fire it up, and it's not going to happen again. Someone in one of the other tech classes was fucking with you. So that was over, but what we found out had happened was he tracked where the computer was, the computer that was being used to do this through the network. Found him, pinpointed it, because they all have computer numbers for a reason. He pointed at him, he's like, you, with a big smile. He's like, come here. Pulled him out into the hallway. He says, I really honor and I applaud you for doing this. Like, you are definitely learning the skills you are supposed to be learning. But if you ever fucking interrupt my classroom again like that, I swear to God, I will log into the main systems at Del Mar College and I will erase your academic profile and make it as you never fucking existed here. But you will be receiving an A on Monday morning for this. But don't do it again.
Yeah, so it was basically like a handshake with one hand, and he just backhanded the crap out of him at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna flip a question here. I'm gonna flip the question I got for the both of you guys, since you and I talked the most on here. So we're gonna go to David, and David, hey, yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
Facebook world.
He is still here. He's on his Facebook. The question that I wanted to ask you is, I want to talk about some of your tech, since this is a Tech Talk Tuesday. I want to talk about some of the tech that has been done on your motorcycle.
Yeah, you being a bike enthusiast.
Just a biker in general, shit.
Yeah, he's a big biker in general, but some of the shit you put on here, let's talk about your speaker systems you put on, even the LED lighting that I did and so on and so forth, how you did it and all that.
I'm trying to think where I could start.
Bike tech. This is Bike Tech Tuesday also.
Well, because I'm also looking at the camera that we got pointed outside, and I got 2 bikes sitting out there right now, and one's in pieces, and the other one's actually rolling. So
yeah, I got security systems. So we're looking at his motorcycle and all the glorious work him and I have done over a year now.
Yeah, after 2 wrecks and still rebuilt it. Yeah,
bigger bars, trying to get the cables.
Well, I mean, right. You remember when we had it? It was just those stock mustache, James Dean, Elvis Presley looking ugly ass bars that were on it. And it still had the saddlebag on it, the big plushy.
Yeah, it had a monster ass saddlebags, yeah. And those handlebars, man, that looked like a freaking, and again, I'm not a fan. I really don't mean this sincerely towards people when I say things whether it has anything to do with race or your weight or anything, but them big old fat fucks rolling through a Walmart on them scooters. Oh yeah, those kind of handlebars. That's exactly kind of fucking handlebars
exactly.
These things were.
Exactly. Even that seat. I mean, shit. Dad sat on it, and it was he still had he still had room on both sides.
On it, and he looked like them freaking dudes from Family Guy. Look, Barnaby, and freaking
yeah, exactly. But no, it swapped out those stock bars, stock seat, put like a old school Springer Solo seat on it, 20-inch apes. Which, if you've never rode with apes before, and if you never rode with apes before and you jump on and you put like 18s or 20s or even 16s on there, only thing I gotta say is start with small trips, like down to the grocery store or the gas station to get cigarettes or something. Something small, because if you just decide that you're gonna go on a 2-3 hour ride, then you're gonna hate yourself, because your arms are gonna be going tired, your hands are gonna be going numb, you're just gonna hate it. Me, I've been riding with those bars for probably about a year, so I'm used to it. So I can cruise along, no problem.
Yeah, and these are for all those like techie listeners that just enjoy the shit. Maybe you're into motorcycles and you're just starting, or you ride dirt bikes, or you actually just
enjoy, or you just enjoy riding as well as I do.
So you can get some tips from this guy, and we can implement into how I put some of my tech savvy electronical crap into the bike to better it in that aspect.
Yeah.
Aside from metal work that I like to do, because I do like to weld and do metal work. Also.
Yeah, I mean, I just put some. Well, I'm gonna be putting some nice decals on for on the side of it that are club related decals, and I'm gonna be also throwing. I also got those new speakers on there, Bluetooth speakers, and I got the little phone mount, stuff like that. I mean, it's just a basic bike, but at the same time, I've easily put about 20,000 miles on the thing.
For sure, yeah. And I'm not gonna ask you to disclose your club. That's,
no,
that's entirely up to you if you want to do that.
No, that's a big negative, Ghost Rider.
So, but I know the one thing that I did to it, I remember this, like you were complaining about it for a while, is on your freaking tachometer. You couldn't see shit.
Oh yeah, when we had that stock light in there.
Like one of those old like Speedos, like on any other freaking bike.
It's like being in a basement and trying to read a book with a candle. That's pretty much how bad it was.
Yeah, it was like one of those really old flashlights, the real shitty ones, like the really, really,
like you can
really
barely see,
ones.
But it's
they take like freaking 10 D batteries.
Yeah.
And when they all die, like your cell phone light is brighter than that. Like a fucking lighter is brighter than that.
Exactly.
That's like how bright this little piece of shit was. Yeah. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna deal with this. Oh yeah.
Oh nice.
I ripped that motherfucker out, and I took it apart, and I went straight to my computer, and I have like the LED strips in there, like the blue LED strips. So I ripped one out, cut that thing, took this tackle apart,
I remember now.
Ran that thing on the inside. This thing looks like freaking Iron Man's chest.
Oh yeah,
on the gas
exactly,
tank now.
man.
Nice.
And then right above it, I got my phone mount. I'll have like my phone unlocked or something during and especially if I'm riding at night, I'll have like YouTube playing or something to listen to the music while I'm riding. And people are just looking at my freaking bike like it's a light show just going down the road.
Hell yeah, the thing looks really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's his little bike tech setup.
Oh hey.
Damn water bottles are falling again.
Oh god.
So I'm gonna go to Jay here.
Oh god. Freaking stinks.
His first exposure to electro and just DJ shit in general.
Yeah.
Like your first exposure to all of that. And David can chime in on any of his first exposure. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people think my first exposure to the electronic scene and the music like that was with you. I said that last time. Like, you really got me super hooked on, interested into it. But a lot of it, ironically, came from video games. Like, one of my favorite games back in the day was...
Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken. The
Exactly.
Tekken series, and it had a lot of trancey house, EDM-esque type of music, and this was back in the 90s, so
hell yeah.
It was like the thing. Like, you guys like rock and roll and rap and metal and country, and was like, then this came out of nowhere, slapped you across the head and said, you can fight to this and dance to it.
Actually, you can do anything to it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And, I'd listened to it forever. I still listen to the soundtrack of that game today. I mean, if you haven't, you look up the Tekken soundtrack. It's
if you haven't listened to it, you might want to listen to it, and there's probably many people like, dude, I listen to that shit as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just clarifying it for those who don't know. But anyway.
I get off on half the GTA 5 music. There's such a nice variety, but...
Oh, yeah.
And nobody can argue Halo music or Skyrim music.
I just listen to heavy metal.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, that's what got my interest in it. And then, decades later, years later, when I actually started really, really hanging out with you, that's what gave me that extra push to be like, well, I want to actually really produce this stuff now.
Well, can I at least say that like everybody thought electro and dubstep and everything was all like the same exact thing?
Yes.
Well, I will be the first one to say that dubstep absolutely fucking sucked.
Now, to my personal opinion, it sucks balls right now.
In general, I hate it.
When it first came out, I was like, this is kind of cool, and then it took like the biggest, nastiest crash. And then melodic dubstep started coming into play, and I was like, "This is all right. It's kind of cool."
It's subgenre.
Oh, well, why don't you say that?
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna make things complicated, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like, I mean, for you, it's like metal and metalcore and freaking thrash.
Okay, there's a big difference between all that shit.
That's what we're getting
But see, the thing is, this is what I'm saying, is when it comes to like the electronic music, it literally all sounds the same.
Yeah.
With metal, whenever you have thrash metal or you have metalcore or anything like that, or you just have regular heavy metal like Metallica, you can tell the difference on all of it because it literally all sounds different.
I'm detecting a musical smash off.
Oh my god.
But anyways, no, he absolutely is right. Like a lot of this shit, it all sounds the fucking same.
Yes.
There's a lot of metal bands that all sound the same.
Oh no, I'll agree. I'll flat out agree.
The same. And yet, in my personal opinion, as a person that loved dubstep for a long time, 90% of it sucks balls.
Oh yeah.
90% of it sounds like fucking shit.
Yeah.
And even some of the melodic dubstep in that subgenre is really good. Some of it's good, but again, it all sounds the fucking same.
Yep.
They're all the same twinkle toe melodies.
Yep.
Yes.
And I mean, that's it. It was really hard to find good dubstep. That's why my category of dubstep on my DJing system is so small. Because out of the shat tons of music that is dubstep,
yeah,
only like 0.001% of it made it onto my computer because the rest is just fucking garbage.
Yeah,
it's so fucking gay.
And speaking of
my opinion,
yeah, speaking of the DJ set, that was the other thing I was actually getting into, and you started taking me under your wing and showing me the DJing. You know, how to work the tables, how to mark songs and tractor, and queue up all your good stuff.
I've showed a lot of people how to use them. Both of y'all in this room, I've showed how to use them.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people I've showed how to use them.
I mean, shit.
Nobody's mastered them. I haven't.
Oh hell no. I mean, but in all reality, if it's one of those things like we were at a party or something, and you were actually playing a show, and you called me over like, "Hey, I gotta go take a pee pee and get a beer," like I could manage until you got back.
I got both of y'all to that same point to where everything was set up, and it was like, "Look, I really gotta go pee." As soon as this little marker, like a little marker, will come by, just push the button. That's all you gotta do, just push the button.
Yeah. And that's what it just turned into. It was just one of those afternoons or whatever. You wanted to practice for an event, and you needed someone to hear, be your audience per se. That's when you brought me, David, and one of our friends over, and dude, we freaking finally said fuck the event because it got canceled or some shit like that. We were just having so much goddamn fun. And then it turned into each of us taking turns, finding out which songs we liked, how we mixed it, and we came up with some badass shit. The sad part is, you thought you were recording it, but it crashed halfway through, and we lost everything.
That blows.
Because it was like, oh man, we played for an hour and a half. Did pretty much a full party set, maybe not a full party, but whatever. We did a full set between all of us, and the system crashed and it did not save anything.
It sucked nads. So,
I just can't believe y'all talked me into actually doing these shows.
Well, it's fine,
I actually hate talk shows. Today we were going to talk about.
I am James Lipton. And today inside the Actors Studio we have a sack of baloney.
Exactly. Like
That's not what it's supposed to be like. That's not actually what it's supposed to be like. Later down the road, I'm looking at getting cameras, an actual studio setup kind of thing. I'm talking about this with the promoter back in Austin. He wants to make this a real thing. Like, we actually sit just like any other stupid-ass TV show, just like many of the other podcasts that are out there. And we're going to have different people in, you know. And I'd like to have it where it's, you know, the host and multiple co-hosts, and we can all ask and bombard this asshole with as many questions as we want and just make it as funny as shit. Yeah. But yeah, we've got yours done. David, we got yours done, and so on and so forth. We're back on your list, Jay, whatever you had. Yeah. So...
Well, if we're talking about things we've done and everything.
That's my vape again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to turn.
Here, let me try it.
Here, go ahead. Choke yourself.
Yeah.
Just do not blow into that mic. Please don't blow out all the listeners' ears off.
Man, I smoke a pack of Marlboro Reds a day. You really think I'm gonna choke on this?
I don't need that wind going in that microphone and blowing everybody's fucking ears off.
Fuck.
And for who's listening, he just he clipped the ever-living piss out of the microphone, but that's not a problem because all that's going to be dumbed down later on. So I'll compress it.
Why would you let me do that?
You wanted to. But anyway.
Oh god, that was horrible.
But no,
oh fuck.
The thing we were going to talk about, and this is funny because you've told me about it, you've told David about it, but not many other people know.
I think he might know some.
Yeah.
Know what?
While you were in Austin, those 2 years you were in Austin.
I'm going to do a whole season of Austin.
Yeah. But you've told us you've met some very well-known, interesting people down there. You want to enlighten a lot of our... Yeah, you want to enlighten our viewers on that?
Okay, so out of there's two that I remember. And one of them did not go so well. The other one was just like a funny fluke, like I met the guy. So I mean, which one do you want? Do you guys want the? You want the?
Honestly, I'm trying to remember the other person you met because every time I was in Austin, I was just completely
okay.
trash.
All right, cool. So when you guys, I don't even think it was when you guys were up there. When I went into a bar. Well, not a bar. Yeah, you might as well call it a bar. It was one of the places I played. Of many places I played.
Drinking establishment.
I went to one of my drinking establishments, one of my local 50 drinking establishments on 6th Street in Austin, Texas, where a lot of my friends hung out. And I went in there, and holy shit, oh, man, okay. Before I get to the guy, I'm trying to remember, like, what was said, what went on.
Are you talking about, oh boy, you almost fist fought?
No. That's part 2. Okay. Is that my phone, your phone, or whose phone is that?
That would be Jay's.
That'd be fucking Jay's phone. You better mute that shit, son.
It's not mine.
What in the... Oh, it's yours.
Okay,
it's yours.
It's mine.
They're freaking
pointing fingers over here.
I couldn't tell it was on the table. I'll send a text here in a second.
You better do it now before you piss her off.
Okay. So, what I gotta remember is... Fuck.
What led up to the encounter?
Well, yeah, because something was said when we were in this establishment, and pausing. I will cut that out.
And we're having some technical difficulties.
It's all gonna get cut out.
Yeah.
Keep that in my lap so it doesn't shake the table again. Okay, so when I was in the damn bar. Oh jeez, I'm getting a fucking call. Like, this is.
Hold on.
And she ended it. She actually ended it. Yeah, that's my wife calling.
Yep, she's pissed. Moment of silence.
Anywhom, so I was. So yeah, I was in the bar, and somebody like very like famous, important, or whoever the fuck he was on the. Was sitting at the bar, I guess, and just like left. I don't remember who the hell the guy was. It was like a guy from some fucking movie, obviously. And we were all freaking out. Like me and like 5 or 6 of my buddies were sitting there like freaking the hell out. Like who the hell was that? So and so, like, like James Lipton, somebody very fucking important.
Who's James Lipton?
James Lipton is the man from inside the actor's studio. He has a TV series. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Okay, for fuck's sakes, I don't remember who it was. This was like one of those things. All my buddies are sitting at the bar. I sit down and have a beer, and this dude is there, like, paying his tab, like, hell yeah, and this and that, blah, 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 see you later. And it could have been like Owen Wilson, like somebody like that. And all my buddies started freaking out, and they're like, holy shit. Was that just so-and-so? And we're like, yeah. And the guy at the end of the bar was like, hell yeah, that totally was. That totally was him. And the guy that was saying that was fucking David Koshner from Anchorman. Champ
Oh, I know what you're talking
so,
about.
okay, that wasn't the guy we saw. It was somebody else, like I said. It was like Owen Wilson or somebody else sitting at the bar, paid his tab and took off, and all me and my buddies, what the fuck, was that just so-and-so? Hell yeah, it was. That totally was him. And then freaking David Koshner was, yeah, that was totally him.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
and then we're like, oh shit, now we gotta have a beer with this guy.
Yeah, it's just like another famous guy flips out because another famous guy walks into the bar.
He's like, it totally was. I think it was. Whammy! So, anywho, yeah, that was one of the first ones. The second one was, son of a bitch. Okay, we were in a bar, again, a drinking establishment, one of the other clubs. And I came out to have a cigarette and so on and so forth. I'm bullshitting with my buddies. I'm playing a little
You said cigarette funny.
Cigarette.
You said cigarette.
Cigarette. But anyway, yeah, so I came out and started smoking.
Have a cigarette.
Give me another one. I came out and started smoking, and I'm talking to a good buddy of mine. I'm not going to name him. We're sitting out there, bullshitting and so on and so forth, and all of a sudden, the party bus rolls through. Big old fucking party bus. Like, it was the party yacht on wheels. And there's like...
Like a party bus or a limo?
A party bus. It wasn't a limo, it was a party bus. It was
sorry,
literally...
but the only thing that came to mind when you said party bus is that episode of Family Guy when he had Bill Clinton in there with all the fat chicks. All right, who could ever have a bead of sweat go from their armpit all the way down their butt crack wings?
A bit of a party. OBC.
Oh, Peter, we could totally steal that pig.
That's
That's the only thing that comes to mind.
I knew you guys would be back for a little more. No joke, though. This was a freaking goddamn Greyhound with missing windows and...
Oh, God.
Like, it was a party bus. It was an actual party. It was a party Greyhound.
They're freaking
Awesome. So, like, it pulled up to the club, started, like, banging its system. They're sitting there. There's, like, ladies, like, coming out the window. Hey, like, going up, shaking their heads. Like, come in to the club. Come hear the music. Let's have fun. I'll buy everybody a round of drinks. I have a big drink tab. I play there. So on and so forth. So, well, anyway, some other fucking random dude, I swear to God, I thought he was a hobo at first. He had, like, huge beard, had, like, Jesus long hair and shit at the time, whatever. And he's over there, like, shaking hands. They're freaking out. All of a sudden, the attention goes to the left, away from me. And everybody's like, I'm like, who in the fuck is it? Hey, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, excuse me? What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing, dude? I'm trying to get these people in the establishment. Well, I'm trying to give these people attention. So this went on and on for like 20 minutes. Like, get that, that tug arm, been tugged away, getting tugged back into the club. I got tugged the fuck away. Party bus left. I was pissed.
Like,
started
hey,
talking
fucker,
shit to this dude. We were like getting nose to nose, like talking shit to each other. He finally flipped me off, walked away. I flipped him off, and vice versa, all that jazz. He just keeps walking. And that's when my buddy, like, slammed me against, like, he slammed me against the wall. Do you know who the flying fuck that just was? I'm like, yeah, some fucking asshole that's taking all the attention. I'm trying to get all them women in the club, all these nice ladies in the club. Buy some drinks, have fun, come listen to music and have fun. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. That was Mel Gibson.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's literally
and
what
I looked
he did.
at him and I was like, shut the fuck up. He shook me again. He, like, shook me. You ever been, like, shaken, come back to reality, and then the clip comes in your head? He's like, that was fucking Mel Gibson.
You almost fist fought the Road Warrior, dog.
My response was, oh, my God.
Fucking Braveheart.
And it turned into, wait, Mel, wait! And like, I started running down South 6 to go get this. Now, he was gone. He disappeared. I came back, and my buddy just shaking his head. He's like, you were about to get in a fight with Mel Gibson. I was like, oh, my God. He's like, you were about to get boxing with Jesus.
No, you were about to get bitch shot by Mel Gibson.
I would have totally won.
Nah, it's fucking Braveheart, bro.
I had my boys.
Oh God,
yeah,
would that
so
go all
me
over
and Mel
TMZ?
Gibson, me and Mel Gibson got into a tiff. So, Mel, if you're listening,
scuffle?
I really do apologize if you remember that night because I totally remember it. So
No, he doesn't. He doesn't respect you, Mel.
If I didn't remember it, I wouldn't have just told it. But anyway, off of that stupid shit.
He can take your women, but he can't take your shovel.
No, so let's get into the next one. We're gonna jump straight to 2 because we skipped one. I don't really give a fuck about that one.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna cut it out.
Yeah.
Jay, I'm asking the question. I'm doing the questions here.
Sorry.
Keep fucking stepping on my toes and shit, like Mel Gibson. So David, we brought this up in the last episode. I brought up the whole Firebird crash shit.
Oh God.
So you were part of it. We're gonna retell that story again the same way I did. So have at it. Yeah. I gave him some beer so he can freaking.
So
it all comes back.
I can recollect the night.
Because I got into it as far as I had the case of beer in the car, so on and so forth. The things I left out is why we were going so fast down that street.
Hold on.
No, here, just take the rest.
Oh, okay.
That's
awesome.
fine. I have another one.
Trying to remember where it started.
It started because actually Jay brought this up. We were having a
it started
get-together
over
at
Mandel's warehouse.
Yeah.
We're having a little party or whatever.
Sorry, I'm making noise again, guys. We're gonna figure this out when I get a better setup. Like when we have the room for this. Hold on, it's Tech Talk Tuesdays, so we're gonna crack the one.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was kind of loud.
That was crispy.
Sounded great in my ears.
Yeah.
Kind of hurting mine. But anyway, yeah, no. Now I remember. We went over to Mandel's warehouse. We were gonna have like a little party or whatever. Actually, he wanted to have like this big ass party or rave or some stupid shit.
Things we do.
And nobody ended up showing up because he was the one that invited everybody, and everybody
Mind
hated
you,
him.
quick timeout. This was literally the day before I moved to Austin.
Oh yeah, this was the day.
That's
before
why
you
we
moved
were
to
doing
Austin.
all this. That's
Yeah.
why
Oh,
we.
yeah,
This,
yeah, it was-
this is what started my shenanigans for a year and a half.
It was your send off.
My send off.
This was a hell of a send off. Anyway.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right, because it was you, me, Matt Duran.
Duran, that was.
That's his name.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt Duran, Reynolds.
If any of them ever hear this, I have the contracts next to me. You can sign this away.
Yeah,
I'll just cut you out.
exactly. Yeah. Anyway, and like a couple other people. But what made me laugh is there was like 9 guys there and only 1 female. But it was Mandel that was the one that tried to get this going. So we thought it was stupid. So we're like, you know what, screw this shit, and we left. It was me, you, Matt, and it was Reynolds, and we left. Well, we ended up going down Old Yorktown and all that crap because we're gonna go to another party.
Before they had the stoplight.
Yeah, that was before. No, that was before.
We're the reason
stoplight.
there became a stoplight.
Yeah, there was no stop sign. Actually, there was a stop sign. We were just going too fucking fast to see it.
No, because by the time we all saw the stop sign, everybody said the same fucking thing.
Oh,
shit!
Yeah, pretty much.
And Jay just trounced on us the wrong way there because he wasn't in the car. We all said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
all 4 of us in the fucking car.
Yeah, but I just wanted to add the extra person that's not here.
Just be like
For
most black guys do. They only get out, "Oh!" and that's it. The rest of us go, "Oh shit!"
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole sentence.
Anyway, so I was
All
still a minor at the time. I think I was like 18. I was like 19 or
Let's
something
see.
like that.
I was 22, 23 at the time.
Shit. Somebody's calling me. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Goodbye.
So yeah, you were 17 because they took your cigarettes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. So I was 17 at the time, and Matt was underage. I think you and Reynolds were the only ones of age, right?
No.
Oh, it was just you.
Just
That's right, because Reynolds was about to turn 21. He was
about
like,
to.
He was like 2 or 3 days from turning 21. Well, we stopped off, got some beer. Called a buddy of ours called us, and it said, "Hey, we're having another little shindig, a little party or whatever. Come by. There's females. There's everything we're gonna need for a spectacular party. Phenomenal hoedown of a shindig or whatever you want to call it. Well, we were cruising along, and this Mustang rolls up next to us. Starts revving his engine like most Mustang drivers do. You know who you are. You know, the ones that don't go fast and you're just all noise, no nothing.
I mean, like every other Mustang that exists.
That's right. Anyway, so we actually start racing this fool, and we beat his ass, and we look forward, and we have the two-way road, or the T sign that shows like you can take a left or a right coming up, and everybody's like, "Oh fuck, it once," and we just go Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh shit!
Whatever.
All you heard was tires screech. We hit that median coming out of the T section. This median, I went back to the scene.
It was a curb. It wasn't a median. It was a curb.
Okay, yeah, the curb. There's no sidewalk, so there would never be pedestrians, especially at like the hour we were out there, like 3 o'clock in the morning. But anywho, this curb was not a curb. This thing was the straight up Hoover Dam.
Mm-hmm.
Like this thing was huge as balls.
It was like 7-8 inches.
It was almost a foot. It was almost a foot when I went back and
dude.
because they know I went and looked, back for the beer. I found the beer.
Oh yeah, dude.
This beer is so good. It was great. It aged in the sun.
Oh,
but anyway,
awesome.
so yeah, the thing was like a fucking foot tall. Upon impact, every tire, like I said before, just boom, completely flat. The shock system, the shocks, the struts, every bit of fucking suspension was gone. Like it was like up into framework. Like it looked like a car got tired and just laid down on the road.
Yeah,
that's what
it
the
was
fuck it looked
horrible.
like.
Yeah. But,
and the 100 yards or so.
But anyway, yeah. So we hit the curb. We go flying Dukes of Hazzard style. I mean,
we were airborne.
We probably got about 6 feet of air, if not higher. Like we got pretty high. But
it was amazing.
The crazy part is once we hit and slid and the airbags and everything, it was dead silent. And Mike was like, "Hey, is everybody okay? Is everybody good?" Things like that. And it was silent, and all you hear is, "Let's do that again!" Out of nowhere from our buddy Reynolds in the back.
Crazy Irish guy.
So we get out, and our buddy
pill.
Matt was actually in a lot of pain because
he fractured. He broke a couple ribs.
He broke a couple ribs. His chest is slammed into the steering wheel, and then the airbag deployed and shot him back into the seat.
My finger was dislocated. My wrist was fractured. I had a huge gash in my forehead, and I was reminded by Jay the other day of how that gash got in my forehead.
It's because of your ring.
It was my ring. I had a ring on my finger, and. Go ahead and laugh. Like, I'll laugh. Everybody's going to laugh about this, how this happened. Like, you know how, like, something scares you and you do that?
Yeah, you do that, like, cover your face with your
like,
forearms
oh, shit. And what I'm
shit.
really doing is I'm, like, fluttering my little hands in front of my face. Like, don't slap me, daddy. That kind of thing. Sorry if your dad ever did slap you. But,
yes.
No, what happened was
you really touched bases on a lot of people's lives there.
People get offended for things.
Oh,
okay, so what happened was I did that, like, oh, shit thing. The airbag punched out upon impact. And it hit my elbow, so it put full Air Force pressure into my elbow, and I punched myself in the forehead. Like I knocked myself the fuck out, basically. I railed myself in the face.
That was fucking hilarious.
And then of course the windshield was smashed because I hit the windshield. We were all wearing seatbelts, obviously.
I wasn't.
No, were you?
No, I wasn't. No, me and Reynolds were.
Well, maybe the reason the impact was harder because you were sitting behind me and you just smashed me harder into myself.
No, that was Reynolds' fat ass. It wasn't me.
No, you were on the left side.
No, I was. No, you were in the passenger side, so you were on the right side, and Reynolds was right behind you. Like you said, I was on the left-hand side. I was right behind Matt. So whenever we hit, Reynolds went plowing into the back of your seat and just totally fucked your face up.
I had a fat fucking Irish hit.
Yeah, exactly. Bingo, you got it. Anyway.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Guinness is made when two Irishes collide.
Yes. So we finally, everybody's like, oh, is everybody okay? Everything like that. We're all making sure everybody's good. And I just hear Mike running through a field like, the beer.
I kicked that fucking door open.
Oh, dude,
it
yeah,
would not
for real.
Open.
Kicked it open. Well, we started walking toward the road.
We were covered in airbag dust, and you could smell wheat. There was freaking wheat because we went through a wheat field that was like freaking 3 feet high.
Just during harvest.
And okay, so I kicked the shit open. Yeah, sorry for that farmer dude. That was like 100-yard strip of flatness.
Oh,
yeah, I did.
God.
I grabbed the beer, I hit it, and so on and so forth. All that. Everybody knows. Came back. Everybody's okay. We started making our way back. I believe you and Reynolds were ahead of us because it was me and Matt because he was hurting.
Yeah,
Me and him
yeah.
were walking together.
Yeah, because
And that's when we saw the flashlight.
we saw a flashlight. Thought somebody pulled over to like help.
Nope.
And all we heard
he
is
came
like
to help.
Well, all we heard was like
He
metal
came
on
to
metal
help, all right.
contact. It was the slide action of a Glock, and he told us to get on the ground. And we're like, oh fuck! We realized it was a cop that just so happened to miss us by 2 feet.
He didn't. No.
Was it?
He was rolling down the road. Like if we had left any bit later, we could have like completely T-boned and killed an officer.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Now, mind you, the driver of the vehicle was completely sober. He was 18 years old. He did not drink, and he knew he wasn't going to drink because he was RDD. He just wanted to be a dipshit and,
race someone.
scream some music.
Yeah, just scream some music
So,
and race somebody.
yeah, I see these two on the ground, obviously, and that's when I get the flashlight pointed, and he stood still like that. When somebody is standing there, and all you can see is the tip of a flashlight
You know
in the dark,
up.
and he's telling you to get the fuck on the ground, you probably should do it.
Yeah, you already know what's up at that point in time.
So we did, and these two were already cuffed, I believe, and then he came back, and I don't know, how did he cuff 4 motherfuckers? That's what I want to know.
Because he cuffed me and Reynolds, and he stood there and waited.
And then
He
more
waited
came.
for a second, and then that second cop came in, and then handcuffed you. And that was funny because he's like, "Is anybody hurt?" And Matt and our buddy Matt's like, "Oh, I am." He's like, "Shut up, face in the dirt. Is anybody hurt?" I'm like, dude, he's trying to answer.
He came back to us. You guys were about 50 yards ahead of us, 75 yards ahead of us out through the field, and he did. All I heard was, okay, this is all I heard. This is all I can describe at that time. Like, I'm on the ground, and I somehow know this routine. Drop to my knees, bloop, hands behind my head, and
face in the dirt.
just like a poof of dirt. So that's why I need that pop filter. So poof of dirt. And all I heard when he came over, like I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I saw the barrel of a big old fucking 45, and I heard this big old officer that was off.
17.
Who the fuck cares what
It was a gun.
It was a hand gun. It was a projectile that will end your ass really quick. And the smaller it is, the more he's got to shoot you with. So all I heard was, and then the cuffs are going on.
Dude, that cop was fat as shit. Like, I'm surprised.
Is anybody hurt?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Are you hurt? I was like, yeah, I am. My buddy's definitely hurt here. And that's, And then the phone call, okay, I made a phone call, actually. When I was running with this beer, I had, the phone on my ear, doing that old school, I had, pinching the phone between your shoulder and your ear, running with a beer. And I was calling our big fat Greek friend, Kostas, and the guys that we were at the house party with, or the warehouse party. And he didn't believe me.
Yes, right.
His fucking faggot ass didn't believe me. He's like, bullshit, where are you? We're waiting on you guys now. Bullshit. I told him where we were. By the time they showed up, there was 4 squad cars and 2 ambulances.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, shit.
I guess you weren't lying.
And the rest of the conversation, because I just stuffed the phone in my pocket. I was in the back of a squad car. We were all in separate squad cars, and I'm on the phone with him telling him, I told you. Because before that, Mandel, the guy that was running all this shit.
Faggot.
Yeah. He rolled up with that chick and all that crap. Pulls over.
That dude's a dipshit. I love him, but he's a dipshit.
Pulls over. What is his dumbass trying to do? I'm being walked to a squad car in handcuffs with Matt, who's in serious pain from fractured ribs.
And he comes running up.
He comes walking out and marching into the field. He's got 3 motherfucking cops pointing guns at him all of a sudden. Fucking freeze!
Yeah.
Get the fuck back to your vehicle!
Oh, okay, I'm just checking on my friends.
At what point in your fucking brain did you think you had some sort of superior authority to walk out into a quote-unquote crime scene, which could have been a crime scene,
Yeah.
and the reason I know it could have been a crime scene is because they're looking for booze.
I blame Obama.
Might as well. Because you, Reynolds, and the driver
We're underage.
are all underage. I'm the only one of age. They didn't give a shit that I was drunk. They didn't give 2 fucking shits that I was drunk because I'm of age. What they did give a freaking flying crap about was the fact that there were minors in the vehicle was the driver drinking, so on and so forth. So what were they doing? There was like 4 EMTs out there, all these cops, like, it looked like a Russian bomb zone with like flashlights and shit, and they're looking for booze. Well, they didn't find nothing. Everything was cool. We left the freaking hospital. When I had them rip my IV out, and I was like, I'm going home with you, David. And we went through that. I remember we were walking through that gate door with freaking Kostas and Jamil, our Syrian friend, and it was like door opens, little sliding door. There's like 40 fucking cops in the parking lot.
I'll at least say this on a side note, and I didn't know this at the time because I was like 17 years old. I had cigarettes in my back pocket, which were actually Mike's, and
yeah.
And I grabbed him. I was like, you know what? They told me that he was going to be transported to the hospital and everything like that. I was like, oh, this dude's going to want a cigarette whenever he gets out. Well, the cops pats me down, finds the cigarettes. He was like, well, what is these? Or no, it was the chick. She's like, what are these? And I was like, oh, they're cigarettes. And she goes, well, I'm going to have to confiscate them. I was like, no, you're not. You're not going to confiscate those. Those are my cigarettes. And she goes, okay, well, either I'm going to confiscate them from you or you're going to get a citation. Well, at 17 years old, never been in trouble yet, or never been in, like, big boy trouble yet. I didn't know what that meant, so I was like, you know what, you can keep them. I was like, fuck it, you can keep them.
It would have been a really nice ticket.
Yeah. It would have been like...
And they still would have taken the cigarettes.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, but she didn't do a very good job, because I still have my cell phone in my pocket, and I was just texting my buddy in the back.
I have my fucking cell phone in my pocket.
That's right, because we were all texting each other.
We were all texting each other from the squad cars. Like, we're formulating a plan, the 4 of us, in squad cars. Of course, Matt couldn't text, because...
Matt's not an idiot.
He was beat the fucking
They'd
shit.
asked him, like, oh, what are you drinking? He said no. He said, okay, was there any alcohol in the vehicle? He said no. You know, he denied everything. You know, he's not a fucking idiot. And even then,
beer.
At least I was smart, because I was drinking, quote unquote, I was drinking.
I was drinking at the house I was at.
At least I was smart. As soon as I got out of the car, because I knew that there was going to be cops showing up, I smoked like at least 2 cigarettes before that cop got to me. So all it would smell was the cigarettes. It wouldn't smell like booze.
Oh, they'll smell it. They'll detect alcohol. They don't.
Yeah, but
it doesn't work that way.
But they never caught me.
Well, the bottom line, well, regardless if they did, the bottom line was, like Reynolds said, "Have you been drinking?" He's like, "Fuck yeah, I've been fucking drinking." Like, they can smell the shit on his ass.
Well, yeah.
Well, where were you drinking? Where'd you get the booze? It's all over the fucking place we were at. All this shit is over there. We're all fucking drinking. What are you talking about? Who gives a... I don't know who the fuck it belongs to. It was there, so I drank it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they knew I was drunk. And she's like, it's okay, honey. We know you've been drinking and all that crap, but you're of age and you weren't driving. I was like, no shit. And the driver was sober. I was more like, oh, fuck. Like, don't say... Like, I bought everything. Because, which everybody that's listening, I did not. There was other people there that are of age that bought shit. I don't know where it goes. Not my place. It's not my responsibility. It's the responsibility of the homeowner.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to drink all I want. I'm of age. That was my case of beer. It was between my legs in the car. Mine.
Yeah. But here's the thing you guys told me that you didn't mention yet. That cop you guys almost hit that saw y'all freaking catapult.
We launched. We didn't catapult.
Yes, you guys
flew.
Yeah.
We were in an airplane.
Oh, dude,
they
we
call it a Firebird for a reason. You ever seen the Firebird? Yeah.
Yeah. But that cop, you guys told me he was either just about to get off duty or he was already
no,
he was
already
off duty.
He was already off duty officer.
That was the thing that made it just so worse.
The off-duty officer just probably listened to like some freaking...
Yeah, some relaxing shit heading home. Just out here.
He's just sitting
in the fucking car. Yeah, exactly. Out of
Fireball.
nowhere.
Out into a field.
Well, shit.
Well, I thought I was getting off.
Pulling out his phone.
Exactly.
Hurry up. I'm all by myself. I can't take on whoever's in there.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that you can do those sound effects is scary.
Freeze! Actually, I'll just grab my real gun and make the sound if you want.
Right now, I'm gonna do a strip search. Do a very up close and personal strip search. Don't worry, that's just my penis.
There's 361. I gotta get out there, and there's about 3 of them walking in the field like aliens or nothing. Or I'm going in. Lord help me.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he was totally off duty. Kudos to him for doing a good job, because we weren't really doing anything wrong,
Fuck that
except
guy.
for the driver that flew into the field.
Nah, fuck that guy. You ruined our fun.
Ruined our fun. Got ruined when we hit the curb and shit and blew a car to pieces.
Fuck no, that was fun, dude.
We were supposed to go somewhere else and have fun. We ruined our fun. Well,
Matt ruined our fun.
Okay, Matt ruined our fun.
Douchebag.
Agreed.
So I'm looking at the time frame, and we do got a little bit more time, so we can before we wrap this up.
Yeah. There was one thing you guys told me. It was an incident you, Mike, had at your old job at I don't want to say the name, but
No names need to be disclosed
exactly
in this podcast,
Yeah.
unless they wish to be disclosed. And you saw me just cock the gun. It's laying right here on the table. We're not talking about my old job. No, we're gonna skip the rest of the comments. We're gonna save those for like another time frame, like the bottom one that you got on the list here.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
You really want to talk about the Austin one?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, well, the one at my job was supposed to be the last thing. Then, if we're gonna talk about Aubrey taking that,
Oh, man.
all right.
we'll save that for another one. We'll save that for another one. Even as funny as that
the
shit
Firebird crash wasn't even that great. We should have just talked about Austin. That was fucking hilarious.
No, Aubrey was funny. That shit was
dude,
funny as hell.
That shit was fucking hilarious. Oh my god, I feel so good. Oh my god. I love Austin.
Fucking easy chair. He's like in the middle of a poker table of thugs and serious drug dealers and shit. And he just blurts out in the background.
Oh my god.
All right, fine. We'll wrap it up with
Sound
that
like an
one.
old man dying when you do that.
Well, I could sound like a different person if you want me to.
No, you know what? Go with the old
You
man
always
dying.
take it through.
Okay, that's weird. Anyway,
Okay,
No,
well,
so go ahead there, Justin, and just tell the story how you were going to say it.
okay, I want to ask it
about
because
what?
since I
the
used to work
smooth
there
and
with
shit
him, I
thing.
want to ask it. So I heard through the grapevine of the people we used to work with that a little incident happened whenever you go to cash your check Friday.
Well, now that you brought it up there, Chris, I was...
No, honestly, back then, yeah, like I had this okay. I always go to like badass Mexican restaurants and all those kind of places, and I drink my beer and so on and so forth. And that day, I had like literally gone to the Mexican restaurant the day before, had a shit ton of beer, went to bed, felt okay the next morning, went to a Mexican restaurant again,
For
and went
lunch.
to cash my check. And dude, I had like the Rumble Thunder out the ass, literally. Like I was just sounding like a trumpet player. And I'm in my sports car, just cashed my check, and I'm like, cool, I'm going to head back to work, I'm going to smoke my cigarette, head back to work and all that crap. And just kept playing the trumpet the whole way until the trumpet went and like I sharted. I flat out fucking sharted. I sharted myself in my sports car, and it was like the worst possible time because I'm on the freeway.
It was the reaction like, oh no, it was like, oh fuck.
No, actually, I was holding my wheel and I was driving, and it was one of those, oh, son of a, hit my head on the horn, like, really? And fuck, I got no choice. And I'll get to the best part about this. I made my phone call to the supervisor at the time, and was like, dude, I need to run home real quick. Was everything all right? I was like, no, everything's fucking dandy. Like, checks cash, whenever I cashed my check and all that. Thank God that got done at least. I gotta run home real quick. Well, what the hell happened? I farted too hard and then shit came out. I sharted. Okay, I sharted. I sharted myself. I'm still in the car, driving. I'm in traffic, not having fun, lighting cigarettes.
rolling down the window, going 100 off SPID.
Rolling down the only two windows that rolled down in this sports car, because the other two were like popping open, and I ain't trying to fucking move too much.
It's that.
So I finally got back to my place.
Squishiness.
Finally got back to my place, and I was like, Don't give a shit that anybody gonna know. Gonna run up my stairs, apartment complex. Nobody gonna see shit. Just fucking jog it like, I'm on lunch break. Going upstairs here real quick. I'm fumbling with the fucking key because there's many more farts coming on that you know are probably not farts.
Oh, God.
Open the door, like, kick the fucking door open. Walked in, opened my bedroom door, realized there's still a bitch sleeping on my bed.
Oh, my God.
I was like, that's right. I forgot you were here sleeping. Luckily, she was still sleeping.
Yeah, that'd be really awkward if she woke up.
I just fucking passed the fuck out.
Hey,
That's right. Went
it's
to
a funny
that
story.
You know, that Mexican cantina place and all that. Had a blast last night. Yeah, you know, you can stay here. I just gotta go to work. And she's still fucking there. So I'm like doing the. If I had my piano working, I would be hitting those little high note keys. Like
Yeah,
me doing that tiptoe shit, like
Freaking Fred Flintstones.
sliding around the doors and making sure I'm not knocking toothbrushes and shit over on my way in.
And may I chime in real quick? All these sound effects are courtesy of Mr. Savage.
There's many more. But anywho, yeah, so changed my shit, did all that crap and so on and so forth, and I swear to God I was so lucky on this one. I came out like freshly pampered and butt powdered like a baby. Came back out the door, and then this bitch wakes up. Hey, what's up? What are you doing here? Oh, I was on my lunch break. I just came to pick up my credit card that I had left here, and so I gotta get back to work though. Oh, okay. Yeah, hey, let yourself out. That's cool. You know what the bar is. I'll see you later.
You're not nicer than I was.
Could have been a lot smoother. It was like, I came back to check on you, baby.
I could have just walked in and said, dude, I took a massive shit on myself in the fucking car.
Oh, yeah.
So you might want to get out before he gets rowdy in this motherfucker. No, I got back to my car and all that crap and looking at my car and like wishing I had Febreze and incense sticks and all that crap for my car. Got back to work, and then I realized something on the way back to work.
Yeah, well, you could have been like the most subtle of subtle. You could have
No,
been like,
of all things, like if you really want some time off for work or you want to get out of work, of all excuses that will work, that is the best excuse. And I told it straight out to a bunch of my coworkers. They laughed their ass off. Like, dude, we've all done it. Everybody's done it. Don't lie. You done did it.
Yep.
You done did it at one point.
I just boom boom.
You did it at the beginning of this podcast on my bed.
No, I didn't legitly shit my pants.
Everybody heard you.
No, I farted, and it sounded like I shit my pants, but I didn't shit my pants.
I told everybody it was a water bottle got dropped. But no, really, I talked to a bunch of these older guys. Like, dude, it's all happening before, and they told me, we flat out said that to our supervisor. We feel like, dude, I gotta go home now. Is everything all right? Yeah, everything's fine. No, nobody's dying. Nobody's in the hospital. But I just shat myself. I just pooped my pants.
Yeah.
I gotta go now.
Try shitting yourself.
And they're gonna tell you,
bike.
go, get out of here. Get out of here. No, fuck shitting yourself on a bike. Tell people this is the best way to get out of work. Like, you want to go home, you just say you shat yourself.
Out of
what are
work?
they gonna do? Make you work in a poopy diaper?
It's not
Hell
even...
no. They're going to send your ass home. You clean your hiney and you get back here. Well, it might take a bit. I'm just letting you know. Just let me know when it's done. Let them know when it's done, when work is over.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's 15 minutes left, but I just got done cleaning my pooper. So...
Yeah. And,
we'll just stay home.
yeah, and like you said, it's not even just getting out of work. You, David, have used that excuse to get out of freaking tickets from speeding.
Oh,
I
dude.
thought about it. I thought I was going to get pulled over the other day, and that was the first thing I was telling the officer. Why such a rush? Dude, I really got to take a dump. I just drank 2 cups of coffee, smoked 3 cigarettes. I got a crap. And the longer we sit here, the longer it's going to be.
Before we go any farther, I'm actually going to go off of what Jay said. I was actually, I don't even remember where I was going. Oh, I remember where I was going. I was trying to get to Dynamo before they closed. I was trying to order my part. I was trying to order my clutch for my bike. Well, I was driving along. I'm on a back road. I'm going like 85, 90 the whole freaking way, right? Oh, hello. 85, 90 the whole way. And a cop pulls up, and luckily I had to fart. Like, I legitimately had to fart right when he pulls me over. So I'm fighting the fart, waiting for him to roll to
And
actually
you're
walk
sitting
up
on a leather seat.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a leather seat. So
course.
I'm waiting for him to roll up. So I roll down the window, and as I crack the window, like let it fly. And he's like, is there any reason why you're going 85 into 60? I was like, dude, I'm gonna be completely honest. I just shit my pants and I need to get home now. And he's like, oh, and like I could tell just by like the disgust look on his face that he's like, oh, he ain't lying. Like he shit himself. Oh my goodness.
And I believe him when he's talking about that kind of smell because he like did that shit earlier. The AC is off in here. There's a ceiling fan going. It's getting warmer. That's why we only do these things for like an hour.
And it's big.
And I can guarantee the cop caught that because we know the wind comes from the south towards the windmills in our area. And I guarantee that was like right in the cop's face.
Oh, man.
Well, he's like, well, okay, well, just get to your destination where you need to go and slow this tank down. So I'm like, yes, sir. But
This tank
it's
has been
gooey.
weighed down.
I was like, man, it's gooey. It's all over my balls. I need to clean myself. It's all in my butt crack. I need to clean myself. He's like, oh, you just have a good day, sir. And he stormed off to his fucking trooper.
He's probably laughing his ass off halfway.
No, he's probably like, oh my god, that guy really reeks.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
we're gonna wrap this one up. My computer just got like super overheated, as everybody can hear the fan system because, like I said, it gets hot as hell in here.
It's a loud ass fan.
That is my liquid cooler on my computer.
Sounds like a regular fan you'd have for your dorm room.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in again for another Tech Talk on Tuesday. We will be doing it again, and thanks, Jay, again for your help as the co-host. And
Why'd you
David,
have to remind me it's Tuesday?
because it's Tuesday. It sucks to suck.
Fuck Tuesday.
Yeah.
And thanks, Dave, for sharing everything with us.
You.
Y'all have a good one. Don't poop yourself on the way home.
Oh, please, God, don't.
All right, bye, everybody. Take care. Take care, guys.
Don't shit yourself.
Don't check yourself.
Please don't.